Something that does not show up often in a recruiting study is loyalty. Reporter Brenna Mathers is here to tell us about a couple of Penn State football players who knew which college they wanted to play for all along.
That's right, Dan. Most hype about high school athletes comes from fans wanting to know a player's collegiate fate. Websites and other traditional media outlets have highlighted the recruitment process, but here's a case where two standout athletes backed out of that spotlight.
Every high school football recruit's journey is different. Some choose a college based on academic prestige.
For his major, the film and video editing, it's really what he wanted to do, and they had a great program. So it was just a great fit all the way around.
Others were destined to wear blue and white since childhood.
From what I understand, Silas has always had a dream, and his dream ever since he's been a young boy is to play at Penn State.
A combination of academic prestige and lifelong dreams led Nate Stupar and Silas Redd to commit early to Joe Paterno's Nittany Lions. But their routes to Happy Valley were not the same. Nate didn't have to travel far.
Our biggest concern was if he could mature and become the man he's supposed to be so close to home.
Silas's Penn State interest started when his flag football coach introduced him to their program.
He would bring me back stuff from the games, like signed footballs and jerseys and stuff like that. So that kind of sparked my interest, and I never really let up from there.
Silas decided to graduate early in December 2008 and to enroll in Penn State the following January.
I sat down and I explained to him, these are the benefits. You go early, you get a chance to get ahead academically, to find that out with an easier course load. You get to be introduced into the lifting and then spring practice.
But the decision wasn't easy for Silas. The list of negatives was just as long.
The negative is, you're leaving your friends your senior year of high school, the spring semester, which is usually the best semester. It's the most fun. And so he had to sit down and make a tough decision.
Regardless of family fame or prep school prosperity, these Penn State players avoided the recruiting spotlight in order to shine a light on a football program with a similar agenda.
I chose Penn State because linebacker U, and I wanted to be the best linebacker I could.
I just really felt that this is where I needed to be.
Even though Nate didn't enjoy the heat of the spotlight, Scout.com ranked him Pennsylvania's 8th best linebacker in 2006. This hype brought recruiting coaches to his high school at an early age.
It was like an off season of my sophomore year. It was a verbal offer from Algro.
We started receiving a lot of letters in the mail and those types of interests, with schools sending out kind of feeler letters with questionnaires, filling out your height, your weight, your 40 time, the height, your interest in school and those types of things.
And for Silas, Rival.com's top player from Connecticut in 2009, the letters came even earlier.
The letter came, and it was actually not a letter, it was a scholarship from Delaware Valley State. He had went to a camp, I think UVA, and they saw him and they called immediately and offered him a scholarship. I was like, Coach, he just finished his freshman year.
Countless scholarships and college letters kept pouring into King.
You're talking in the thousands. I know the people in the middle school, the maintenance guys that handle the mail, they hated me for a long time because it was a bucket a week.
Both players received hundreds of letters from programs across the country, but they were waiting for one special call. Nate's Penn State offer came in the spring of 2006.
So I was glad that the recruitment process was over because I knew Penn State was a place that I wanted to go to, and it just felt right.
Penn State just seemed to be a perfect fit for Nathan because he was going to be at linebacker U, and a film and video program, the communications program, is superb.
The call Silas had been waiting for came during his sophomore year.
I went to a summer camp here, and Tom Bradley, the defensive coordinator and cornerback coach here, was actually recruiting me as a defensive back. I play offense, but my first looks were sort of on the defensive side of the ball.
After convincing the Penn State coaching staff that he could be a successful running back, Silas knew Penn State was where he belonged.
I felt good about the people. I got a good vibe from being here, love the atmosphere, and I felt like I didn't need to look anywhere else.
Silas was pleased with his decision, and the Stupar family, they were happy as well. Nate's father, Steve, a former Nittany Lion lineman in the late 70s, is happy to watch his son play at Beaver Stadium.
We were really excited. I mean, we've been traveling the whole country with John, who went to Virginia down the ACC, and just for convenience sake of being here at home and having him around was really exciting.
Luckily for Steve, he gets to be on the field for every Penn State home game. Because of this, the father and son have their own pre-game tradition.
I just believe the first game that he came out of the tunnel, he eyed me up and just came over and gave me a hug. We just kind of have a little word together quick and encouragement to go after it and get going and have a good one. And it's pretty unique. I really enjoy that.
After much hard work and dedication to the Penn State football team, Nate and Silas take the field on Saturday afternoons as starters. Their journeys may have been different, but both number 34 and 25 hold true to the statement. When you don't wear your name on your jersey, you have to find other ways to make people remember you.